Today, we will recap a 2015 movie named Our Time from Taiwan. A gangster falls in love with a nerdy girl who almost kills him. Spoilers ahead. Thank you for tuning in and have a great time. Truly Lin is an office worker and dreams of being the most popular person at work, who everyone loves and respects. But in reality, it's the opposite. She is overworked by her boss who she can't stand and has a boyfriend who doesn't really love her. While at a grocery store, she overhears her younger coworkers talking about her. They think she's pathetic for never standing up to the boss and working overtime for so little money. They think she's a miserable person and don't want to be like her. The comments made Truly go into a downward spiral of thoughts. She realizes that they aren't wrong but doesn't know how to change her life around. That day, she returns home and revisits a diary she kept in high school. On the radio, a song by a singer named Andy Lau plays in the background and brings back memories from the past. Flashback to Truly's high school days. She is an ordinary nerdy girl and, like her present-day self, dreams of being the popular girl. Everyone in school is in love with a beautiful girl named Min Min. She always has a group of guys swarming around her trying to get her attention. Truly, on the other hand, idolizes a singer named Andy Lau and only has her small group of friends. Truly has a crush on the school's most popular guy, Oh Yang. He's a basketball player with a great smile and Truly knows he would never fall for a girl like her. One day, Truly finds a letter under her desk. She is excited, thinking it's a love letter, but it turns out to be a chain curse letter. The letter says that anyone who receives it will be cursed unless they send it to 5 other people within 3 days. A naive Truly believes it and starts to panic. While brainstorming who she should send the letter to, the first person that comes to her mind is her brother. He's a great student, and their parents always compare them to each other. Truly is irritated that he's their favorite, but she fears the curse will harm her family members as well. At school, the teacher disciplined her for not knowing the answer. He hits her hand with a stick, and when he isn't looking, she slips the chain letter in his books. During break, Truly watches Oh Yang sing for his friends. Oh Yang waves and Truly thought he was waving to her, but it was to Min Min. Feeling embarrassed, she hides behind a tree while being envious. We are introduced to the school's gangster, Taiyu. He and his group of thugs are bad students and get into frequent fights with other gangs. One day while walking home, Truly sees Taiyu challenging Oh Yang. She slips a chain letter into Taiyu's bag to avenge her boy crush. Later, Taiyu finds it thinking it's a love letter. He starts reading it in the middle of the street and gets hit by a car. Taiyu survives but is enraged at whoever gave him the cursed letter. The next day, Taiyu visits every classroom and asks the person who cursed him to come forward. Frightened, she can't move, and her friends have to carry her away. Later, Taiyu's friends find the cursed letters on her desk, and they catch her on the way home and bring her to a furious Taiyu. He finds out that the reason she sent him the letter is because she has a crush on Oh Yang. Instead of punishing her, Taiyu asks her to be his friend. Truly is relieved, but not for long. Taiyu punishes her by making her do all his homework, buying his meals, and treating her like a servant. One day, he makes her skip classes to go ice skating. She's learning to skate while Taiyu flirts with the other girls. A group of thugs attack him for holding their girl's hand. During the fight, he was hit on the head. Truly hands him a metal rod, which he uses to fight off the others. The next day, Taiyu and his friends are in the principal's office. The principal wants Truly to tell him what happened, but Taiyu threatens to beat up Oh Yang if she does. Truly said she didn't see anything, and the principal punished her by making her clean the swimming pool. Outside, Oh Yang approaches Truly for the first time and suggests they go ice skating. While Truly was cleaning the swimming pool, she sees Oh Yang and Min Min together at the changing room. She overheard Oh Yang stating he will take responsibility and be the father. Fearing that people will hear them, they look around while Truly hides in the swimming pool until they went away. She's confused as to why Oh Yang asked her if Min Min is pregnant with his baby. Suddenly, Taiyu jumps in the water and saves her. He scolds her while crying, thinking she drowned out of self-harm. Truly was confused but went with him to the rooftop afterwards. While they are hanging out, Truly notices a love letter addressed to Min Min. She assumes that Taiyu is in love with Min Min, which he doesn't deny. The next day, they plan to separate the couple so Taiyu can be with Min Min and Truly can be with Oh Yang. While spying on them, they find out that Min Min and Oh Yang were never dating. It was a puppy they were talking about the other day. Taiyu decides to ask Min Min out before Oh Yang. A gang surrounds Min Min while she was biking home. Taiyu appeared and expressed his love and asked her out. The gang opened a romantic banner for Taiyu. Min Min smiled and hit his knee with her bike and walked away. Taiyu was embarrassed and threatened his men never to tell anyone about being rejected. Later, Taiyu and Truly plan to steal the puppy. Oh Yang and Min Min won't spend a lot of time together if the puppy is gone, and Truly kept the puppy as her own. At the rooftop, Taiyu names the puppy Andy Boy, after Truly's favorite singer, Andy Lau, while teasing and chasing her. Min Min cried as she discovered that the dog was missing. A moment later, the teacher enters the class. He was so mad and instructed Truly to go to his office. The teacher opens the chain letter and confronts her about it. He told her not to lie and asked her why she gave him the curse letter. Before she can confess, Taiyu takes the blame. While walking away, Truly hears the teacher scolding Taiyu and shockingly learns that he used to be a top science student. Later in a bookstore, Truly thanked Taiyu for taking the blame and promised she would help him pursue Min Min. Taiyu smiles and he promised to ask her idol, Andy Lau, to sing for her. Despite their friendship, Truly feels that she barely knows Taiyu. She got curious and looked him up in her middle school yearbook and discovered Taiyu and Oh Yang were friends. She asks Ouyang about it and finds out that they used to be a trio. One day, they were at the beach and Taiyu challenged them to a swimming race in the ocean. The third friend ends up drowning. Taiyu blamed himself and was never the same. Truly realized the reason Taiyu was crying that day he saved her from the pool was because of the trauma from that incident. Later, she challenges Taiyu to a skating race. They agree to a bet, and the winner will be granted a request. She keeps falling and struggling, but manages to cross the finish line. Taiyu senses something is wrong and confronts her. She asks him to forgive himself because the death of his friend was not his fault. Instead, this angers him, and he walks away. She fell again, and he helped her up. Before parting ways, she requested something as the race winner. She wants Taiyu to return to his old self, the one who was a top science student. The following day, Taiyu walks into class and starts studying. He tells his classmates to study harder. Since he is the leader, they oblige and shock the teacher. He never expected it since their class has the worst students. Meanwhile, Truly gives herself a makeover and meets Taiyu after school, but he only makes fun of her new look. As they walk down the road, a car almost hits her before Taiyu saves her in time. Both their hearts beat in unison as they start falling for each other. While they were studying, Min saw them and became interested in Taiyu as she saw his changes into a good student. She approached him and gave him her number. Truly saw them, and she felt jealous. One day, Truly finds a cutout of her favorite singer, Andy Lau. Taiyu sees this and promises to make Andy write her a song someday. They started to fall in love but didn't tell each other. Truly asks her brother's girlfriend for a makeover. Since she is a professional, she transforms Truly and makes her look like a Japanese actress that Taiyu likes. When Taiyu sees her, he is left speechless and almost choked, but Taiyu pushes Truly towards Ouyang, encouraging her to make a move. The school has new director and he's stricter than the last one. He made a lot of changes including harder guidelines for punishment. Taiyu excels in school but the new director accused him of cheating simply due to his previous reputation. Taiyu is forced to run 50 laps as punishment. Truly sees this and tries to tell the director the truth, but he doesn't listen. In protest, she starts distributing leaflets against the director and his methods. The teachers heard about this and inform her parents, which gets her in trouble at home. They tell her to stay away from a thug like Taiyu and ground her for 2 days. Taiyu called her but was dismissed by her parents. However, Truly intercepts a call from her room and tells him everything is okay and not to call her for a few days. Taiyu remembers that Truly once told him that when a girl says everything is okay, it is not, so he goes to her house and they talk outside her balcony. They go to a beautiful park with lights and skate together. It was a magical, special night. The following day, the names of the top students are announced with Taiyu's name is not listed. Because of this, Truly stands up against the director with the support of the other students. In the end, he calms them down and promises to look into the matter. From then on, the four of them became close friends and spend a lot of time together. One night while camping, Taiyu and Truly shared a deep conversation. They promise each other to study hard and to get into a good college. They see a shooting star and they both made a wish. Ouyang watches them but doesn't interrupt. A few days later, Taiyu gets into trouble for fighting again. Truly asks him why he is going back to his old ways, but he tells her to mind her own business, which causes them to stop talking to each other for a week. On her birthday, Taiyu's friends gave her a cutout of Andy Lau. She approached Taiyu on the rooftop to thank him, but Min came and held his arms. Taiyu confesses that he is dating Min. Truly was heartbroken but pretended she was happy for them before running away. Then one day, she overhears Min crying because Taiyu left her. She learns that he moved to the US with his family. In his absence, Ouyang keeps her company, but Truly missed Taiyu and consider him her first love. Ouyang noticed her sadness, so he told her the conversation he had with Taiyu. The night they went camping, Ouyang saw her and Taiyu together. Taiyu noticed him and later they had a talk alone. Taiyu initially thought whoever sent him the chain letter was evil or an idiot. So, he wanted to know the person and realized Truly was a kind person. He started to like her but never realized it and was always nervous when they're together. He pushed her to impress Ouyang only because he wanted to see her happy. The night he got into a fight, he went to buy the Andy Lau cutout for her, but was surrounded by a group of thugs outside. The thugs threatened to attack Truly if he doesn't take the beating, so he didn't defend himself. He also found out that he has a blood clot from the car accident and needed to get surgery in the US. Truly is devastated when she learns this but has no way to contact him. Before he left, Taiyu left her a voice recording where he told her the truth. They helped achieve each other's goal they set in the beginning by winning their crush's heart. However, in the end he fell in love with her. He pushed her away because of his surgery and wanted her to be happy with Ouyang. He reveals that on the day they made a wish under the shooting star, his wish was that he was in her heart. He told her to look up at the stars, so he knows the girl he loves is looking back. Back in the present, after reminiscing about their time together, she realizes she doesn't deserve a miserable life. The next morning, she throws the resignation letter on her boss's desk and demands a raise, or she will quit before walking away. Her colleagues cheer her on. Then, she breaks up with her boyfriend, who she never really loved. In the following scene, she tries to buy Andy Lau concert ticket but it's sold out. She goes to the stadium and takes pictures outside the venue. Then, she unexpectedly bumps into Andy Lau and takes a selfie with him. When the singer finds out that she couldn't get a ticket, he gives her his assistant's number. That night, Truly calls the assistant. She recognizes the voice, turn around to realize it's Taiyu. She stares at him in shock. Andy Lau then appears on the big screen. It turns out that Andy's new album, named Truly in Love, is inspired by their story. Taiyu has arranged for Andy to sing for her, as he promised. The movie ends as they walk into the stadium together. That's the end of this recap. Thanks for watching and staying till the end. Please subscribe, share, and like. See you at the next one.